Well, I'm talking with Dr. Jan Shearer from Iowa State University, Extension veterinarian there, and we're at the Cattle Industry Convention here in Nashville and involved in an interesting program looking at emergency response in case of bovine incidents or cattle-related accidents, livestock, trailer rollovers, that sort of thing, and training for first responders. And I wonder if you just describe this program, kind of where you've been with it and some of the goals in the short term.
Well, there are approximately 400,000 cattle on the road at any time during each week during the day. We have a very mobile livestock industry, and as a consequence, there are going to be some accidents from time to time occur. And so our program here today is to try to prepare first responders for how to deal with these particular accident scenes, from knowing how to contain animals that may be loose, or how to extricate animals from the wreckage, and how to evaluate those animals, and also from time to time euthanasia is something that needs to be accomplished as well. So we're talking a little bit about how we go about those kinds of things. So we're trying to cover the waterfront on the issue of livestock rollover accidents. It's such an important issue, and it's great to have an opportunity to be part of this program.
This program has been focused primarily on the first responders and the police officers and firefighters and so on, who might be the first ones on the scene. But in planning for these kind of emergencies, the veterinarian can certainly play a key role within the community.
Yeah, I think veterinarians have a moral obligation to try to assist with these as much as they can. They're never nice situations. They never occur in the ideal kinds of weather conditions and so forth, it seems. But veterinarians have a very important role, I should say, in trying to help with decisions relative to injuries and those that may be severe enough to warrant euthanasia. And so it's a very important role for veterinarians, and not one that any of us really look forward to having to deal with, but at the same time recognize as a moral responsibility.
There's some discussion here about the emergency agencies within a community keeping a list of contacts in case of one of these accidents, including a veterinarian, but also possibly producers who might be able to supply some of the equipment to help contain and transport the animals. But the veterinarian was at the top of that list.
Yeah, absolutely. And when these things happen to occur, usually in a rural situation, it's the cattlemen, dairymen, it's livestock owners that are oftentimes so helpful in trying to help manage these kinds of things. Likewise, the veterinarian in rural areas oftentimes very equipped to help with these kinds of situations with containment facilities, panels, and so forth. And the cattlemen and dairymen also have panels that they contribute to these things to try to help us contain animals, which is one of the first and highest priorities in these kinds of situations. So it's good to have everybody informed. It's good to have a plan well ahead of time to prepare for these kinds of things, know where these kinds of things are available and where you can get them at a moment's notice, so that you can deal with these things promptly to reduce the suffering that always comes with these kinds of situations.
Now, you've been involved with a team of people who have put together this training program, and it's still kind of in its early stages, but I understand that you'll be working toward conducting training perhaps in other parts of the country for different groups of people who might be involved in these kind of emergencies.
Yeah, exactly. The program's in its infancy, although we've been working on it for the last 2-3 years. It's a great group. I really enjoy working with this team here: Dave Workman, Lisa Peterson, Jerry Yates, It's been a great opportunity for us to all work together to try to do something that we think is really a good thing, a really important thing.